Here's one of the potential bombshells or tiny little grenades. It's a popper that might come up to sort of lay the groundwork for the case in the trial that Trump was inciting violence, and that is past support for violent acts, of which there are many. I mean, we could go with him saying that he could shoot people. We could go with him saying that if you punch a protester in the face, he'll pay your legal bills. He's been doing this a lot. But that said, there was something just in the run up to the election that was very clear. Now, do you remember this video?
I'm about to run out of gas, which I'm sure some of you would love. Look at that. Oh my God.
So that was a few months ago, and that was a caravan of Trump fans trying to run a Biden-Harris bus off the road. Now, Biden-Harris were not in there, it was campaign volunteers. But they were doing that. They were crowding around it, getting right on top of it, trying to scare the hell out of these campaign advisors with their flags and all of that. Now, after that happened, Trump tweeted a stylized video of the caravan and captioned it, "I love Texas." Days later, he declared that these patriots, in his words, did nothing wrong. And this is in the House trial memorandum. So they were violently threatening with their cars these volunteers in a way that it seems like, I don't like the trying to demonize freedom riders and things like that. That's what it looks like, trying to terrorize these people. And Trump called them patriots, says, "I love Texas." Like, that only obviously increases the chance that other people would do it. And by the way, it happened in other places. These caravans of Trump supporters started rolling out all over the country in different places. And I don't know, like I think it's a pretty clear example of him being very supportive of his fans engaging in incredibly reckless and violent activity.
He's always been that way, and it checks right along with the way he's always done this, and that's why they've been inspired to do those things. That's why he couldn't denounce Proud Boys at the debate. That's why he can never talk about what they've actually been doing from Charlottesville to any of these acts. And you pointed out the rallies from the beginning. This has been the standard, the way he approaches politics from the beginning. So as they get more and more riled up, as long as they're not coming after him, this is great, but they're not gonna come after him. He's the leader of this group. It's weird, like they're mad at every politician. They wanna storm the Capitol, but there's no thought of storming the White House. There's no swampiness there because he's convinced them he is the Messiah and go after those folks. Now, with the caravan, what is it that they're trying to do? I saw some of the supporters of this also saying, "Ha ha ha! Look, they're escorting them out of town. It's very nice." So obviously they're being sarcastic. So what is it that they were trying to do? You can deny that they were trying to intimidate them. You can deny that they were trying to run them off the road because we didn't see them actually run off the road because the bus didn't flip. Okay, so yeah, they're in the clear. What were they trying to do then? You're denying what people are saying that they were trying to do. So what is the answer? Let's talk to them. What were they trying to do? What were they out there for? They just happened to be next to the Biden-Harris bus, which Biden and Harris were not in. And what's it doing that's gonna intimidate these campaign workers? What's gonna change about that? It's strictly just to show their president, look, we're carrying out the potential violent actions that you're priming us to carry out. We are ready to go. You give us the signal. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, you could go back through so much of this. I mean, like here's a small one. You remember like a couple months ago when a bunch of militia members wanted to kidnap and try and probably execute Gretchen Whitmer of Michigan? When it was announced, Trump's response was, "Whitmer has done a terrible job."
Yep.
They just found out that there was a terrorist plot to kidnap and murder a female politician, and his response was, "She's done a terrible job." Oh, I forgot. And she should thank the federal government for stopping her kidnap and murder. His frustration was that she wasn't being appreciative enough of the fact that the plot had been stopped. So again, we get these instances where people who love and worship him want to terrorize people, to murder people, and he attacks those who've been targeted rather than those doing it. Again, all of this should be a part of that trial. Not that it matters, because we don't live in a real democracy and these Republican senators aren't human, but it should definitely be a part of the historical record if nothing else.
Well, we'll see if that ever gets there.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.